Hello, meet my aunt. She is a senior teacher in Army School. Now she will introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Shalini and I'm teaching in Army Public School. Uh, when Jayashree came to my house, I was not aware about the flame management very much, and when she told me that she's working upon this project, I wanted to know more about it. And she told me that the actual use and actual implement of this flame management, and then when I came to know about it, its uses and its future plans, then I was very much impressed. Today I will show you my gas chulha, which is actually a 4 burner chulha, and along with the LPG cylinder. And you can see there are 4 burners here. And to be very frank with you, earlier I used to cook with a very high flame. Today I will show you the earlier method of cooking I used to adopt by making the flame very high, because the you can see the base of this utensil is you can see the radius of this base of the utensil is not very much more, you can say it's not very big. Or when you keep it on this burner, and when you light what I am preparing now is a very simple thing, that is tea. And I add water in this pan, and when I light the burner, the earlier method I used to adopt is I used to put the flame at its maximum. I used to put the flame at its maximum, and the flame used to be wasted. You can see how the flame is getting wasted. And Jayashree told me this is not the correct method of cooking. I was really surprised how this couldn't be a correct method. But very soon I realized that this is actually not a correct method. The correct method is the flame should be as low as possible. I mean to say, it should be actually inside the base or inside the radius of the utensil. You can see now the flame is inside the radius of the utensil. This is the correct method of cooking. Although it will take little more time, but this is the correct method of cooking, because it saves gas also, and it saves money. Fuel. Putting some ginger into it, because it will make a tasty tea. Now I put some potato in this pressure cooker, and I am keeping it to boil. So you can see that I am lighting this burner. Again, the same mistake I have done, that I have put the burner to maximum. It should be to the minimum. Why minimum? Because once you are boiling potato and the flame is at the minimum, the potato that is cooked is the best, the boiled potato you get. So always cook potato at the minimum flame. Money is hard earned money, because we work day and night to save this money. And if we save money at this level, flame management and fuel management, the family like ours saves money, then a nation's wealth is saved. If a nation's wealth is saved, then we will be able to conserve the non-renewable source of energy, that is LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. And if it is saved, we will be able to help in the sustainable development, that is we will be able to save some energy for our future generations. So this is very important, which has to be followed now. I think it should be included in the syllabus. Why? Because students, if they study at the school level, they remember the things most. It should be inculcated in their minds the importance of fuel, the importance of energy, and if this flame management is being taught to them at the school level, that is from class 6th, if it starts, it is added in their curriculum, in their syllabus. If they learn about the flame management, they would come to know about the importance of saving energy and how they can save energy, because this is the most convenient, and even an illiterate people who doesn't know ABCD can actually save energy, because everybody cooks food because it's a need. Food is a need for everybody, and if you cook the food, you know how to cook, then it is very easy method, that is a flame management. Thank you so much.
Just now, aunties managed flame and thereby fuel. How will you contribute in the conservation of flame or fuel?
Save fuel, save future should be our motto. We should spread awareness for fuel conservation amongst your friends and relatives. One of the best ways to save fuel is to reduce speed of the vehicles. As speed increases, fuel economy decreases exponentially. Tire pressure and car's dirty air filter should be checked frequently. Petrol is also called as black gold, so we should save it to save the petrol and the economy of our country.
Hello friends, I am Jayashree, studying in class 11 in Girls High School in College Allahabad. I am here to discuss with you about a topic which is profitable not only to me and you, but also at national and international level. My topic is flame management. It is about the handling of flame according to the base of the utensils. How we handle that the flame is inside the base of the utensil. It should be half the diameter of the base of the utensil. I have choose this topic as when I was in class 7th, my mother passed away, and from then I have to take up the responsibilities of kitchen as being elder. So before, when most of my time was spent in studying and playing, now most of my time was spent in kitchen, working, and half left in studying. So while working in the kitchen, I got the time to observe the flame and to prepare this topic. While working, when in the starting we worked, our hands usually got burns, as when no flame was visible around the utensil we kept on the gas stove or the in front of, but we feel hot and we got burns. So we thought that something is there that is causing our hands to burn. So now let us see what is our theory. Flame management. Flame and fuel management are the two faces of the same coin. Now the history of fire. Fire is important because it is one of the Panchtattvas of which human beings are made up of. The prehistoric men were not aware of the flame and they used to live a nomadic life. The discovery of fire was a revolutionary change in their lives, and from gradually it led to the civilization that we see now. Energy resources. there are two major classifications: renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. Renewable energy resources are those which once exhausted can be regenerated, whereas non-renewable energy resources are those which are once exhausted cannot be regenerated. For sustainable development, we need to stress upon the conservation of non-renewable energy resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas, etc. More and more use of renewable energy resources should be promoted, like solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, geothermal energy, etc. What is flame? A flame is a flame is a hot glowing body of ignited gas that is generated by something on fire. Or in other words, a flame is caused by a highly exothermic reaction taking place in a thin zone. The non-luminous zone of fire is much effective than the luminous zone of fire of flame in cooking. The luminous zone of flame is more effective in cooking in comparison to luminous zone. Many of us are not aware about the invisible flame that surrounds the yellow-orange zone or the luminous zone about 1.5 inch or more. Actually, this zone is responsible for fast and effective cooking. Its presence can be felt by anyone by keeping his hand on any flame, maybe candle flame, gas stove flame, etc. The person thinks that there is only the yellow flame that is visible and no any other flame. He will keep his hand on the yellow flame, but as he keeps, he will immediately remove his hand, because the non-luminous zone or the invisible zone covers his hand, surrounds his hand, and the person has to again keep his hand and keep on increasing the level up of his hand till he feels that his hand is comfortably in the above the flame. So that the distance between the visible or luminous zone and his hand is the distance in which the non-luminous, the invisible flame is there. So he can easily make out how effective and how much distance the invisible flame covers that we are wasting it. Now, with the help of this candle flame, let us see the different zones of the flame. First of all, starting from the down, this blue part of the flame is showing the carbon dioxide, the half combustion of carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide is also formed here. After this, the black part of the zone is the part where unburnt wax particles are here. This zone, unburnt wax particles are here. Above this, the yellow zone is the zone where the wax particles are more than half burnt. They gives a little bit hotness or warmth to the flame. And above this, the orange zone which surrounds the yellow zone is the most hottest, we can say, zone because of the mixture of the oxygen from the atmosphere this gets. Above this all, as outside the aura of the orange zone is the invisible flame. It is the hottest, we can say, because all of these visible zones of the flames give energy above, they raise up their energy, and all energy is collected in the invisible zone, which is not visible to our eyes, but this can be seen as with an example. We here are taking a polythene, and with this we will see how much effective is the invisible flame, and above how much distance does it affects. I have kept C. See the change that is occurring in the polythene. It is shrinking, and you can see above orange zone, above how much distance orange zone is in between the polythene and the flame, that the polythene is shrinking. You can see it is shrinking. How effective is this? And we waste it. We think that only visible flame is the main element that works and cooks our food, and we keep on wasting this, and we have wasted it so long until up till now we have wasted this. You can see how much this polythene has been burnt up, and up to what this, you can see here is the orange aura, and above this orange aura is the invisible flame, and here it affects up to this much distance is the invisible flame. This much distance is the invisible flame. Approximately it is 2 inches, approximately 2 or 1.5 inch, as I before only said, and we keep wasting it. Now let us see the step-by-step development in the field of energy conservation. The first step is mud stove or chulha. The structure of this was such that it saves a lot of energy and time. The height of the chulha was 8 inches, width 6 to 7 inches, and depth 9 inches. It was covered by 3 sides, like its shape was U-shaped, and fuels such as wood, coal, cowden cakes were used. Due to less availability of fuel, this method was replaced by other methods. The advantages of mud stove are the loss of energy was less, easy and fast cooking was there with this method. It has disadvantages also, and disadvantages are it was immovable, that is, it is fixed at a place and it cannot be moved. It produces a lot of smoke, which causes air pollution and sometimes respiratory disease problems to those who work on it. Trees were being cut to provide fuel for it, and so it was a harming environment. The efficiency of wood was less as a fuel, and so it doesn't burn fully. The next method is Angithi. It was cylindrical in shape, and the structure of Angithi is such that it was 10 to 12 inches in height, 6 inches in diameter, and depth was up to grills. The fuel used in this was coal and sometimes shavings of wood. It was shaped like a bucket. So the advantages of Angithi are there that it produces heat for a longer time, and heat doesn't escape much if some utensil is kept over it. Disadvantages of Angithi are it releases smoke and carbon particles, which again causes air pollution. Coal is less efficient as a fuel for cooking. Coal is a fossil fuel, so it's a non-renewable source of energy, which we have to conserve and use safely. The cooking of food is a time-taking process in this. The third step is kerosene stove. Its structure is known to everyone. It is of 2 types, the pumping stove and the cloth wick stove. The second one is better alternative, as it is safe and it saves the fuel also. Its advantages are as kerosene is a better fuel as compared to wood, as its efficiency is very good, as its fuel efficiency is very good, it helps in fast cooking and thereby saves time. And disadvantages of kerosene stove are kerosene is again a non-renewable energy source. So we the kerosene stove produces smoke which causes respiratory problems, and kerosene stove may burst sometimes and cause severe accidents. The next step is electric heater. It is cylindrical in shape and 5 to 6 inches in height. The diameter of this is 6 inches. The white base, where the spring is placed, made of tungsten, is fixed in the porcelain clay disc because it can bear extreme heat. The way in which tungsten spring is placed is fitted is known as heating coil. The advantages of this is that fast cooking method. It is a fast cooking method, and creates as it works with the help of electricity, so it creates a smoke free environment. Disadvantages of this method is it consumes a lot of electricity. It gives electrical shocks if not handled carefully. Suitable only for cooking solid food items, as liquids may flow out and may lead to accidents. The amount of heat in this method cannot be controlled, neither low or high, as because of this food sometimes may be overcooked or sometimes be raw only. The next step is LPG gas stove. It is a gas stove. LPG gas stove, it can be square, rounded square, or a rectangle. A two-burner gas stove is square in shape, whereas a four-burner gas stove is rectangular, whereas a four-burner gas stove is rounded square in shape. The size of a rectangular stove is 30 inches in length and 15 inches in width, and 2.5 inches in from the base. The square-shaped stove carrying 4 burners can be 20 inches each side. The body of gas stove is made of stainless steel. In some cases, a silicon plate is placed over it, and burner is made up of wrought iron and has a number of holes through which LPG gas passes, and the gas stove is connected through a rubber pipe to the gas cylinder carrying LPG gas. The advantages of LPG gas stove are that it is easy and fast cooking method. Food is cooked easily and fast also. It saves times and energy if used economically. Disadvantages of this are that sometimes accident takes place due to mishandling of gas cylinders while filling, and some fraud people mix sand along with mix sand or water along with the gas to equalize the weight and fill less gas and increase the weights in their pockets and fill their pockets. It is not easily transportable. LPG is a non-renewable source of energy, so it should be conserved for our future generations. the last method up till now is the induction cooktop. Structure of it is such that its top is made up of silicon plate and base is made of hard plastic. Below the silicon plate there is a coiled copper plate which is the main heating element. A fan is placed beside it to produce the cooling effect. Touch panel is available in front on the silicon plate and through a wire it is connected to the switchboard that is operated with electricity. Its advantages are that it is an improved version of electrical heater that people used before. It covers only that it heats only that much part where the utensil is placed. No smoke, so no pollution. It is an eco-friendly method of cooking. Consumes less electricity as compared to its previous version electrical heater. Nowadays mostly used for cooking in houses, and it is a very fast method of cooking food. Where advantages are there, so some disadvantages are also there. Disadvantage of this is that in a country like India, where consistent electricity supply is not available, this method is not very successful because it operates only on electrical supply. As discussed above, our induction cooktop method, although excellent, but it is not in our country. Then we need to resort to earlier methods. As discussed above, the last induction cooktop method, although excellent but not in our country, then we need to resort to earlier methods. The best one among need to concentrate upon decreasing the disadvantages of it, and this can be done by the methods of observation. Here we need to concentrate upon reducing the disadvantages of LPG gas stove method by observing, conserving and preserving. Generally, it is seen that one who cooks food in the kitchen is not aware about the management of flame and thereby fuel. It has been observed that people handle the flame carelessly. They keep the utensils on the burner and put the flame to its maximum, and put the knob to its maximum, and the flame surrounds the utensil and goes waste. Unknowingly, the person is wasting the flame of fuel. The knob should be kept at a position that it should be. The knob should be kept at a position that the flame should cover only the half of the diameter of the base. The benefit of the first step observation will lead to the conservation of a flame and thereby fuel. In the first step, we have observed that the flame should be within the half the diameter of the base of the utensil, and therefore the wastage is reduced. So we have increased some more days of consumption of the same cylinder that we used. Now the gas cylinder which used to last for a month can be extended to 1.5. A family which used to consume 12 cylinders a year would now need just 8 cylinders to complete, as per some calculation. One cylinder cost rupees 900, and savings if a family saves 4 cylinders in a year, then 4 into 900, a family will save rupees 3,600 rupees in a year. And it is not only the conservation of flame or fuel, but also of the money, or indirectly it leads to a great savings for a family. The above two steps will lead to the final step, that is preservation. In this, the extra 4 cylinders, that is which were not consumed by the family after the adoption of flame management, will help our government do welfare of the people who are living below the poverty line. And the above step, if taken seriously, will help in the preservation and the sustainable development, that is the preservation of LPG gas, that is a non-renewable gas stove for our future generations. Now let us see what measures we have to adopt in the management of flame. First method is the use of pressure cooker. We should use the pressure cooker, as it cooks fast and thereby saves time. It does not require regular or high heat supply or flame supply. The food cooked in this get cooked with the help of steam energy, and pulses and rice, if soaked before, takes less time to be cooked in it, and saves energy also. The next step is the use of non-stick cookware. The red black powder that is stuck on the outward surface of the non-stick cookware helps in absorbing heat at a much higher level, and saves time and flame also. And the Teflon coating, which is the Teflon powder coating, which is done inside the pan, is helpful in cooking the food fast and healthy, less oily. It means that due to this powder's coating, the food does not stick on the non-stick cookware, and cooks a healthy food. And the lid, which is made up of hard glass, and excess and opening is given for the outlet of the excess steam, should be kept over it while cooking, so that it saves more of steam energy and cooks faster. The last measure we can take is the increase in the adjustment level of the gas stove, increase in the level of the knob of the gas stove, that is the preset level in the gas stove's knob is less. It should decrease some more levels, that we can decrease the level of wastage. Family saves only a cylinder per year, then 15.30 crores one cylinder per family. If saves, then a country would save 15.30 crores cylinder per year. And in present times, if we see the cost of refilling a gas cylinder, the cost is rupees 900. And if 15.30 crores cylinder is saved, you can multiply it with rupees 900 and can easily get what amount will our country will earn. It will help in strengthening our economy, our Indian economy. And if we see with the point of view of a family saves a cylinder, it will lead to saving of money. And if money is saved, then economy of a family, the earning of a family person's economy will be increased. That will help in increasing the economy of a state. state's economy, increase in the state's economy will help in the increase will help in increasing the economy of economical status of a country, and country will help in the increment of economical conditions at international level. And if India stands in the international level, it will help in the upliftment. The last thing, it will help in the upliftment of the downtrodden people and around the globe. And the conclusion of this, we can say that we don't have to worry that how much this big the thing is. We have to just focus that our flame, the flame which we use in kitchen, should be inside our utensils. Whenever we cook or whatever we do, we just have to focus that our flame, the visible flame, should be inside the base of the utensil. The visible flame should not get outside. As I have seen many of my aunts that whenever they have to cook the food fast, they instantly put the flame high to its highest level, and they thought that they are doing very great thing, and from this they will this increment of flame will help them in fast cooking. But this doesn't happen. They are just wasting their money, their flame, and their health also, as if regular work in fast flame or high flame is done. The research reports has shown that it affects the eyes of the homemakers. It affects their eyes, as the light of the flame, its heatness, warmth, it affects their eyes and harm them. And hairs also. And ladies who never knows that ladies are very much careful about their hairs, and if they will adopt their previous measure, then their all hairs will be burnt off and they will, and it will not only help their like beauty wise or health wise or money wise, it will help them to reach this opportunity, that they are using this such a good to their next generation. Their next generation will also enjoy the benefits or the profits of this LPG, as we have to give them what we have used. Goodbye. Save energy, save flame, save fuel. Last but not the least, be a part in saving national income also. Thank you.
I am Dr. Anubha Srivastav. I am a child specialist working at Children's Hospital, and I specialize in child nephrology. There is an old saying which says that boon boon se sagar bharta hai. So most of us, when we were small, we would have read this in the school. But over the time, as time passes, we tend to forget what things which are important, and we shift on to do things which are practical. But it was a golden opportunity when Jayashree came to us, and she emphasized on fuel management, flame management. So cooking and traveling is part of our day-to-day routine, and no one is untouched by it. Everybody cooks at home, everybody travels to one place or another. But gradually we have shifted to a mode where we want to do things rapidly and easily, forgetting the fact that by conserving little by little, we can build up the economy of the country. So she very nicely explained to us, and with examples and with statistics and with her economics background, she was able to emphasize how our small contribution can help to build up the economy of the country. So firstly, she told me about fuel management, flame management, and which as I was, of course, whenever we cook, we want to cook fast. So we just put on the flame on high, or we just cook on open vessels. But and we think, okay, it is a small work, it will take 2 minutes, so let us finish this fast. But she emphasized that how small contribution can help to build up the economy of the country. Now, with such a huge population in our country, if everyone saves a small amount of fuel every day or in every sitting of cooking, then that will add up to a huge amount, and that will help us to conserve our resources, will help us to avoid importing fuels from the oil-rich countries, and gradually this money can be diverted in better development of the country. So a few things which probably every one of us knows but never thinks that okay, it is important, that she told. There was one of the thing that I found very interesting was covering your utensils while cooking. So always we want to see what we are cooking, so we or in a hurry we forget to cover the utensils. But Jayashree explained how we can conserve energy, we can conserve fuel, we can cook faster and probably better, tastier food by closing the utensils, covering the utensils while we are cooking. So I am very thankful to her for again emphasizing this fact and helping us recollect our basics of cooking. Another thing which is very important is traveling. Now, as you know, especially in the bigger cities, there is a trend to own bigger and costlier and bulkier cars. But if you see what she explained me, putting it on a larger scenario, that if we own small cars, then we can not only conserve fuel for ourselves, but we can also avoid the huge amount of congestion that is on the roads these days. So if there is less traffic, you can very well think that if there is less traffic, then there will be less irritation while driving, and when we actually reach to our workplace, we'll be in a better mood, and maybe our overall work productivity and efficacy will be improved. This every one of us would have experienced who are driving, that if we get irritated on the road and then we reach our office or hospitals in an irritated mood, then the whole day goes on a very sour note. So if we move on to smaller vehicles and if we use carpooling, then we'll not only save our fuel, but maybe in the long run we'll be able to put a better work at our workplace also. So I'm very thankful to Jayashree for bringing about these points and reminding us that these small measures will not only make our purse a bit heavier, but also save the economy of the country. So thank you, Jayashree.
You are looking much impressed. Can you tell that should this knowledge be conferred to children?
Certainly. Now we all know that we are fast running out of our natural resources of fuel. So it is better that we buckle up our shoes and start conserving. Not only us, unless we learn and we teach this to younger generation, how is the future going to do this, and how are we going to save our natural resources? So it is definitely required that it should be included in the curriculum, and this is the basic things, like we teach personal hygiene in the school, like we tell them that you should brush your teeth twice daily, like we tell them you should cut your nails. These things should be taught in the school, that you should be conserving fuel and fuel, so that they can get this, adopt this into their habit, and by the time they reach to a point where they are actually using fuel, they are using cars and they are using gas stoves, they know, and that is in their back of the mind, firmly imprinted that yes,
What
we
they have
should
to
be,
do.
yes, that this is the
Exactly.
right and this is the wrong method of. So this is definitely something which should be incorporated into curriculum. It is as important as teaching them basic hygiene. It should be definitely included in the curriculum.
Thanks for your comments. Today I am going to talk to Mr. Rajeev Saxena, who is Deputy Commissioner in a state government. He is one of the meritorious students of his time. Let us see what are his views on our project Flame Management.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Rashri for having chosen a very important topic. Flame management is a thing which affects almost every person, every citizen of the country. Flame is a lifeline. We can say that flame is a sort of energy, and energy is used by everyone. Let me focus particularly on the domestic energy, which is in particular, in my opinion, the LPG gas. As Jashri has told me that there are about 20 crore LPG users in our country. If LPG is properly used and proper gas stoves are used, proper utensils are used, which lead to proper use of LPG gas, then we can save crores of cylinder every month, and which may ultimately lead to saving of valuable foreign resources. As we know that 70% of the LPG is being imported by the country. We have got limited production, and we have to spend huge amount of valuable foreign resources on import of LPG. If proper flame management is applied, then this valuable foreign exchange can be saved and it can be diverted to various other sectors, and ultimately it will, in fact, I should use the word cascading effect. If proper flame management is applied, then it will lead to cascading effect on the development of economy. It will lead to, first of all, valuable saving of valuable foreign exchange. Second, less load on roads, transport and logistics. Third, saving of valuable hard earned money of every individual. Fourth, and most important, sometimes since we are heavily dependent on foreign countries for import of this type of energy, sometimes if there is a problem in importing LPG, it leads to crisis of availability of LPG cylinder in our country, and this crisis creates a chaos on the economy, because without proper energy, without availability of flame, no household can move a single inch. Every family gets paralyzed. So if we make a proper use of flame, then we can we can avoid such type of situations. In my opinion, Jayashree has chosen a very important topic which has got a long-term effect. In fact, flame management should be a part of syllabus at school level, and it should be taught to even small kids, because ultimately they are the future generation, and if they have sufficient knowledge of flame management, then the nation will be able to grow in a proper manner, and gradually our dependence on foreign countries and foreign energy resources will decline, and we will become self-dependent on. So Jayashree should be congratulated again, in my opinion. I would also like to tell Jayashree that she should not stop here, because flame management is a topic on which I think so far not much has been discussed. So she should in fact devote more time and try to write a short book on it, and I will see that, and I am ready to help in every manner so that this book is published and it becomes a part of the syllabus of various academic institutions, where students of secondary level and graduate level and postgraduate level are being taught. Flame management is a topic which is not properly touched up till now, and it should be covered, and it should be properly tackled, and we should also try to focus on it as early as possible, because one day natural resources are fast depleting, and if there is one day we are going to have a sort of crisis, and if we have proper flame management, we will be able to eliminate chances of such crisis. Thank you.